sure how well this is gonna work because there's a crack in my phone lens and my phone camera lens. I just wanted to try to pop a video up. I have been I have not uploaded new DBT stuff. I've had a lot of difficulty trying to figure out in what way I want to do it, what I felt needed to come first. And so I started to be honest, sort of doubt myself in the process of it and just really not get anything going. And so what I've decided to try to do now, in most mental health work or social work, we try to meet our clients where they're at. And I decided to try to meet myself where I was at, and to perhaps run through skills in the order that I am sort of trying to practice them or reintroduce them into my own life. So a DBT skills trainer is only as good as her own practice. I have to practice the skills that I teach, because why should I expect other people to do things that I'm not willing to do myself? And lately, things have been a little tough. I've had a difficult time trying to use a lot of my skills. And so I thought that I would, because I do a lot of self-reflection, I do a lot of thinking about, okay, what step should I try next? I thought that I would try to kind of bring you through the skills as I'm bringing myself through them, and that actually might be helpful. And so what I was going to start with today is a skill called turtling. So turtling is a skill that was added a little bit after the original skills. I forget the author now, so I apologize. Not that they're probably going to watch this video, but turtling is often used with adolescents or kids, but I really feel like it's helpful for anyone. So turtling is actually my favorite skill. And the reason it's my favorite skill is because in it we think about what would a turtle sort of do in this scenario, I guess. What do turtles do? So immediately, turtles have a hard outer shell. And so the way we think of turtling is often letting things run off our back. So what does that mean if we sort of dig into it, though? A turtle's home is on its back, is in its shell. It's in the center of itself. Just like my home is not someplace external to me, it's within my center. And I can pull myself back into my center, pull myself back home, ground back within myself. I can also use that protective layer of the metaphorical turtle's shell to ward off maybe attacks or judgments from other people. And they don't necessarily have to be like attacks in nature, but opinions of other people. I can let it kind of bounce off this hard outer shell, so that I don't necessarily have to take into account everyone else's sort of opinions about what I'm doing or about who I am. And so it's a helpful way to sort of think about it in a similar way as you might use like an image of like a bubble, in terms of keeping other people's opinions or feelings maybe out and your own in, and recentering back within yourself. The other thing that turtles do, which is helpful to think about, is they're very slow moving, right? So every step that they take is methodical, it's planned out, it has an intention, and they take very slow steps to where they're going, so that they can easily change paths if they needed to, if they can see obstacles coming. But they do everything with intention, with that slow, thought out process. Turtles will also bite and snap, but only if they need to. They're not aggressive unless they really need to protect themselves. And sometimes we have to be more assertive and say, look, you're intruding in my space right now. I can't do what you want me to do. I need to do what I need to do. And only using that sparingly is very powerful, right? To be at peace most of the time, but when somebody intrudes on your space or your boundaries, to say, no, I'm sorry, that's not going to work, is significant. It comes across powerfully. Turtles also, when they get flipped onto their back, they use their environment, they adapt, they never stop trying to turn themselves over, they never give up, which is a really kind of cute thing to think about. So that's all the reasons that I like turtling. I'm gonna kind of end this video a little bit later with maybe some more discussion about how I think about it and how I use it in my own life. But you had a little bit of glimpse there. I'm going to be working on turtling and thinking about what's most important for my own peace of mind and my energy right now, and that may not be in alignment with what is important for everyone else, or what other people may think needs to be my priority. And so actually today I am postponing a little bit of reading for grad school, and I'm gonna go to Starbucks and I'm gonna go do some stuff that's gonna make me feel a little bit better, so that I can kind of come to that reading later in a better space, with more energy, more available with which I can sort of take on that task. All right, hopefully this was helpful for anyone who's watching. I'm gonna try to continue to work through some skills in this way, and we'll see what happens. All right, thanks. Protective layer.